All right. For my presentation today, I've chosen someone who has really been the main inspiration for why I want to be a chef. And that is Chef Emeril Lagasse. His skill alone is reason enough to find motivation to want to be a chef. But what's always captivated me from a young age was his passion and his energy and the joy that he has in what he does. And it was what made me realize that that was where I found my joy as well. I remember as a little kid watching Emeril live, and I'd get all of his cookbooks, and I remember trying to recreate his show in my own way, and I'd even use his catchphrases like "Bam," "Kick it up a notch." And it was at that point that I knew that I wanted to be a chef, and so that's why I've chosen him today for my presentation. Chef Lagasse was born October 15th, 1959, in Fall River, Massachusetts. And his father was Emeril Lagasse Jr. and his mother Hilda. And he is of French Canadian and Portuguese descent, and that plays later on in his career and his influences for his cuisine style. As a teenager, he worked at a Portuguese bakery, and that was where he developed and found his love for cooking. And this led him to enrolling at the DeMon Vocational High School in their culinary arts program. Along with having a passion for cooking, he was also a highly skilled percussionist and led the drum squad for their school. And this led to him being offered a full scholarship to the New England Conservatory of Music. Instead, he opted to follow his passion for cooking and then went to the Johnson & Wales University in Providence, Rhode Island for culinary training. After his completion at college, he moved to Paris for a short time to further hone his skills and to train with more renowned chefs, and then eventually returned to the United States to start working in high-end restaurants throughout the Northeast. In 1982, he got his big break when he replaced Paul Prudhomme as the executive chef of the Commander's Palace, which is a famed restaurant in New Orleans. He held this position for 7.5 years before venturing into his own restaurant ownership. In 1990, Chef Lagasse opened his first restaurant, Emeril's, and it was set in the Warehouse District of New Orleans. His menu offered a fusion of French, Spanish, Caribbean, Asian, and Portuguese cuisine. The immediate success of this restaurant led to him being awarded the Best New Restaurant Award by Esquire, and to the opening of his second restaurant soon after, NOLA, which is an acronym for New Orleans, Louisiana, which he opened in 1992. By 1993, he had published a best-selling cookbook, Emeril's New Orleans Cooking, which primarily focused on the Creole culinary aspect. Due to his rapid rise in fame and the immediate success of his restaurants, the Food Network took notice of him, and they decided that he would be a much-needed addition to their fledgling network. And they ended up signing him in 1993. His first two shows that they starred him in, which were How to Boil Water and Emeril and Friends, were met with mixed reviews and were ultimately canceled fairly soon. But in 1994, the show that really started his career began. And that show was Essence of Emeril. And he hosted this show originally from 1994 to 1996, and then had it brought back from 2000 to 2007. The show was a more traditional culinary instruction show, with him being a lot calmer in manner than he's later seen in his television personality. His wildly popular show, Emeril Live, began in 1997, and it garnered him the award for Best Informational Show of the Year that exact same year. Emeril Live differentiated from most other cooking shows and instructional shows in that it had a live audience and a four-piece band with him. This was where his enthusiasm and his excitement shone through in his passion for cooking. He coined the phrases such as "bam," "kick it up a notch," and "feel the love," and would often use these anytime he would add an interesting ingredient or something spicy to his dish. But originally, these phrases were coined to keep his film crew awake, as at the Food Network for this show, they were having to film up to 7 shows a day. Soon, these phrases, especially "bam," became synonymous for Chef Lagasse. Over his career with the Food Network, he hosted and starred in over 2,000 shows for the network. Emeril is also the food correspondent for Good Morning America, and he's also been a guest judge multiple times for the hit series on Bravo, Top Chef. He's also co-hosted the TNT show On the Menu and was featured in the 10th season of The Rachel Ray Show. In 2016, Amazon brought him aboard to begin a series called Eat the World with Emeril Lagasse, a show in which focused on him traveling the globe and meeting with world-renowned chefs and seeing their cooking technique and their inspirations on their cuisine. Over his career, Emeril has also been involved with furthering the culinary arts in the United States and in progressing children's education. This is done through his charity, the Emeril Lagasse Foundation, and this foundation earned him the James Beard Humanitarian of the Year Award in 2013. Over his career, Chef Lagasse has opened a total of 21 restaurants in the United States, and today he is the proprietor of 11 of these restaurants, which is located in New Orleans, Las Vegas, Miramar Beach, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and he even has restaurants aboard the Carnival Cruise Line's Mardi Gras ships. In his career, he has published 19 best-selling cookbooks, with his most recent being Essential Emeril, Favorite Recipes and Hard-Won Wisdom from My Life in the Kitchen, which was published in 2015. Emeril has also designed his own brand of air fryers, pressure cookers, and toaster ovens, and these are sold across the United States and on Amazon, Walmart, and most other businesses selling cooking appliances. Chef Lagasse has shown that when you do what you love, you're not working a day in your life. His excitement for his skill and his dedication to help furthering the culinary arts and helping children has proven inspiration to many, including myself. And he's ushered in a new era of chefs where success isn't just about the food, but also about the person behind the food. The love, compassion, and energy he brings is unrivaled. And this is why he is such an amazing chef to look up to as I progress through my culinary journey.